is Hurricane Aaron. We are going to be talking about that because whether it stays a Category 4, which is what it is right now, it's still out in the Caribbean. Even if it drops to a tropical storm, it could still potentially disrupt your travel plans all the way from Florida all the way up to Cape Cod. So the thing to keep in mind, and we'll talk about it, start planning now about what your A plan, your B plan, and your C plan is going to be in case this hurricane decides to disrupt your plans. There's a reason why this time of year is the cheapest time to travel to Florida because of hurricane season, but it can be done. Your girl has done it numerous times when I lived in Philly, so we're going to talk about that. We are also going to be talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, apparently for this year, kicked off last night. We're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly that we've heard so far. We're also going to be talking about Oogie Boogie Bash over in Disneyland. Apparently, the shine is off of that event as well. So we're going to be talking about that. And I'm going to be breaking it down for you guys, the experience at Universal Orlando's pass holder nights. They had one last night. They've got another one going on tonight. So I'm going to give you guys the highlights of what happened there. So 40 of you folks in so far. Let me bring in all of my amazing and fabulous panelists. Of course, you guys watching also are fabulous. You're amazing. We can't do this show without you, without your comments, without your insight, all of that. So we are so glad that you are here. And if you're on the replay, we love you guys too. Hashtag replay crew down there in the comments. So let's see. We have got Theme Park Casual with us from the West Coast. I'm so excited. We have got Tom F as well, and we have got Ron from Follow the Bradleys Fun. How you guys doing?
I'm hot and sweaty.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah,
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, yeah, it is definitely hot and sweaty, which is one of the reasons why I did not go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. No, it's not hot and humid and funky and nasty and everything is sticking to you. Just no.
Middle of August in
Florida. Yes, in the middle of August.
In a costume, in a heat advisory with 100, feels like 110 degrees out.
Yes. And the
Ron,
heat.
let's go put on bear suits and walk around.
Ugh.
Unlike on the West Coast, when the sun goes down, the temperature actually drops. No, in Florida, when the sun goes down, the temperature may drop by like 5 degrees, and it's still hot and sticky and humid and just not the best. Yeah. Not the best.
I've gotten up early lately a few times that like the sun's not up yet, and I'll walk outside and I'm like, how is it over 90 degrees right now?
You don't have any ocean breeze by you, Ron. At least I got that coming in.
No.
Yeah, we don't get the ocean breeze here until late. Well, not late, but usually in the evening, if we get it. If we get them, But first of all, thank you so very much to Scott Westbrook for gifting those 5 Reina Creole memberships, dude. You are amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, I got to hit you up with the granddaddy of all clips. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
I will never.
That was a green screen effect.
Never let you folks forget that. So thank you so much, Scott. And folks, if you got gifted a membership from Scott Westbrook, please do tell him thank you. Channel members, you guys got to go with me live to the Universal Orlando pass holder event last night. So please do look for that post. Click the link. You guys can go ahead and see live all of the amazing happenings that went on last night. So let's see who else we've got here in the chat. You guys are starting to filter in. About 50 of you here so far between YouTube, between X, between Tom's channel on YouTube, between Ron's channel on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. We have got Avarice Carmageddon in the chat. Hello, my dear. Says, have you seen the Universal Horror Unleashed Las Vegas merchandise and place? So cool. I'd still like Universal Monsters as my level of scary that I can handle from there, and epic. Yes, I have seen some of it. I've got a picture to show you guys in the Universal section. That place in Vegas, that's going to make so much freaking money. I mean, if you've ever been to Halloween Horror Nights and you see just the amount of detail that they put into what's going on, it's going to be absolutely fabulous. You guys heard about the Universal Horror Unleashed? Basically, Halloween Horror Nights 24/7, 365 in Vegas.
Yeah, I saw some people that were not thrilled with the opening day, though. So they need to get their operations figured out. I think it's typical
Yeah.
opening day jitters, if you will. But
Mhm.
yeah, there were some people that were kind of like, if this is how it's going to be, they need to up their game a little bit.
Yeah. Remember, folks, even Disneyland and Walt Disney World had issues the first day.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Just remember, it is opening, so give them a little time to get their sea legs, and it should end up getting ironed out.
Yeah, they better have
I've heard that Disney is actually intending to compete directly with this by opening Disney Horror Unleashed. Basically, it's just going to be a tour of the Burbank Studios corporate offices where you get to meet Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, and Kevin Feige. It's going to be great. the true Disney villains.
Erica, how you doing, my dear?
I think I'd rather have a root canal.
Oh, don't say that. I just had one.
Don't. Okay, let me put it this way. All right, there's like root canals are horrible, and there's root canals where your dentist will give you the best drugs you could ever ask for.
I was going to say the worst part for me is always the bill for the root canal.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So it's just like Disney. The worst part is the price.
The worst, while you're there basically in pain and they're trying to say, this is how much it really is going to be. Really? Shoot. Okay. Maybe I should have just dealt with it. Whatever.
See, DDS actually stands for Does Destroy Savings.
True. That is one of them. Well, let's see who else we got here in the chat. We have got Snorter Poopus, another one of my amazing mods. Says hello, humans and other critters. And oh gosh, YouTube, fix your technical debt. Every time I see the ads, just fix your technical debt.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, Lorena, on my chat, it's normal.
They're just deciding to mess with me today.
It doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Who knows? They could be testing something by using my channel. And of course, Tom is here as well. Another one of my amazing mods. We have got Sam Wolf, Life of a Military Wife, says, hey, everyone. Good to see you here, my dear. And I am so looking forward to recording with you soon. Very excited about that. And let's see who else we have got here in the chat. Scooching down. There's Linda. Hello. Says, hey, happy Saturday. The Reina panel in chat. And Professor X is trying to, I don't know. He found a bag on the floor, shopping bag on the floor. So he's got to go in the shopping bag and crinkled. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see. Linda's here. Okay, Chelsea PT _222. I'm so sorry YouTube is doing that to you. Thank you so much. I don't think I've seen you here before. So welcome. Such a pretty face in that avatar. Glad you're here. And of course, Theme Park Casual is here who says, "Hey kids." We have got Buddy Hepburn here in the chat as well. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got the Dapper Vanta crew saying hi to Tom. And let's see who else we've got here. We've got BR Geist. Hello, 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 my dear. Says, hi, Lorena. Hope you had a good time last night. I wish I'd had the chance to run into you, but hopefully next time. Oh, I would have loved to run into you while I was there. Hopefully you had a great time as well. We're going to talk about that later on in the show. And let's see, the Bud Files is here. Hello, hello, hello. And let's see who else we have got here in the chat. I think it's Scott Westbrook. There we go. BR guys. There we go. Of course, there's Ron right there. We've got Farbrick Studio as well. And let's see, we have got Avarice Carmageddon. Oh my goodness. Feel better. Summer colds suck. They really do.
Mm-hmm.
They really do. They're just like the worst, and they're even worse when it's hot and humid. It's just disgusting. Kiss my grits. How you doing, my dear? Says, hey, Lorena and panel. Question. Have any of y'all heard of the Disney Day Drinkers Club? I met some neighbors last night who are members. I have not heard of that. Have you guys heard of it?
I've heard of it in
officially?
passing in like Facebook groups, but I haven't. I mean, I haven't paid any mind to it, but I have heard of it. Yeah.
You know what's funny about that? My idea of what Mickey would do with that Day Drinkers Club.
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah. Well, they're getting a new place to day drink in a couple days. So yay.
That's everywhere.
It's gonna be so fun to have more drunken adults, coming out of Pirates at the Magic Kingdom.
It really, you know what? Remind me about that. Remind me about that lounge, because yet again, Disney IT has imploded on contact. Color me not surprised, and I can tell you pretty much why if I was on the job exactly what happened. We're gonna talk about that. I've never heard about the Day Drinkers Club, at least officially. I've never heard about that. Not something I would admit to being in, but to each their own. Jared Markham says, I'm not surprised, but this is the first time I'm hearing of it as well. Yeah, now it's like before it used to be, if you were going to imbibe in alcohol, usually it was, at a sit down restaurant, or if you were in one of the bars over in one of the resorts, like my favorite's Tambu Lounge over in the Polynesian. I hope they never change it. But that used to be that, but now they've got so many more bars, and they're encouraging between the bars, between the standalone, if you've noticed, like standalone locations that have alcohol available. It's become so darn prevalent. Something else. I've always been here. I don't think you noticed, but it's okay. It's all good. Thanks for having me. Oh, okay. I'm so glad you've always been here. Sometimes I feel bad if I miss it.
Probably the name thing, because they're not showing up the way they should.
That's true. So if YouTube was showing like your user ID, that's when I would like pick it up. But I am so glad you're here. Of course, love having you here. Let's see. RJ McReady is here. Good morning and afternoon. Good to see you. We have got Charles here. Charles Ratliff is here as well. Good seeing you. And Dan's Life at the Kingdom, who is somebody whose brain I'm going to have to pick about what happened at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party last night, says, good afternoon, panel. Let's have an epic stream. Yes, we shall. Yeah, Dan, let me know if you want me to drop you the StreamYard link. You can come on if you want to. No worries, no worries. Sometimes I've gotten invites to streams and I'm just like, now I'm really not camera worthy. Just shoot me questions and I'll answer in the chat. Epcot, everyone comes out tipsy. It used to be everyone comes out tired, but not
Yeah.
not not anymore. It's basically Epcot is just one big kegger now. It is both in alcohol and in behavior as well. I just sent you the website for D3, the Disney Day Trick.
Dang, there's a website for it? Jeez.
You know that's bad. Or if it's just something that's very tongue in cheek, because when I was working remotely, all my friends, we were kind of like connect. We would like talk to each other, chat on the phone. It's just like, man, these people are so crazy at work. They're going to make me start day drinking. It's like ready for my meeting and have like a bottle of wine sitting there and having to deal with everybody.
You needed a coffee cup, Lorena, that said, "Is this coffee or is this rum?"
Mm-hmm. I need that one too. Hey, Keely, good to see you. Since what's going on? And let's see, Jared Markham. I wonder what the breakdown. Wouldn't be surprised if alcohol sales are the top seller, and that's why we're getting so many bars. Disney does make a crazy amount of money in the markup on alcohol, and it's very easy if you know it. Because we were talking about this, I think, on the stream last week, Tom, with the menu that's at the Beacon Barrel, with how much they're charging for one of the drinks. I think it's like $20. How much is a liter of Kraken spiced rum? Usually that's like
About that.
it's about that.
There are non-alcoholic mocktails on the menu. $17. $17 for like an 8-ounce drink. It's ridiculous.
It's not
And
even
no
in
alcohol.
your cup.
Oh, okay. So here's my Halloween question for the panel.
Mm.
This is my popcorn bucket from last year. How good do you think the popcorn still is? Because I just realized that I never took the popcorn out.
Try it.
Oh.
Let's see. Live on stream. Try a piece. See if it's soggy.
Is it sealed?
I don't.
That's a good point.
Semi-sealed. It's like
If it's sealed, it might still be okay. Maybe. If
there's
not, it's just
holes,
going to be
though.
stale and chewy.
But was it fresh popcorn or was it?
Yeah, this was fresh popcorn that I got with it, and I never ate it.
You might have something kind of like growing.
It might be chewy, like rubbery.
It's good for the decor.
It could be penicillin, Ron. You might be onto a new drug. Popcorn.
Still lights up. The battery still works.
Let's see. Dan, are you on X? Let me know, because I can't remember if you're on X or not, so we could send you the link. Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Rogue Attraction. Hey Tom, another Tom. Long time no see. Says the bars make sense as they don't have to provide discounts or lounges for bars. It's like I would rather it used to be that their merchandise was top notch. And that's what used to be the revenue pusher. It's like they had their bars, but they were, in certain locations to go to. It's like now they're just like the bar that they're dropping in the middle of the Grand Floridian.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
There is speculation that the bar in the Grand Floridian could eliminate the grand piano player, but I feel like they can maybe just move the grand pianist to a location where it'll be. I mean, I don't think the bar will create a super huge amount of noise. I don't
know. It's like they've got the Enchanted Rose on the second floor, which they put in there. They got rid of the live band, that used to be up there in order to put that bar there, which it is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's up on, it's up on the top level. But I'm thinking, well, that's probably why they're not having the gingerbread house this year.
Yeah.
So
Don't say, I
space
hate that.
wise, space wise,
Mm.
space wise, I don't know how that's gonna work. They'll probably still have the piano player there, but usually where the piano player normally is, that's where they put the Christmas
Right.
tree around Christmas. And all of the people who usually go, well, I guess not with the gingerbread house going. I don't know, and I haven't checked it out the area yet, so I'm gonna go there and see it. But man, I'm so
Mm.
fucking happy about that. That's been a tradition since 1999 or 98 or something like that.
Something like that.
The Grand Floridian.
Over 25
um,
years, yeah.
yeah, everyone goes
I-
because it's the big, huge, life-size gingerbread house that they, sell stuff out of, and it's just, a culinary, you know, achievement. It's
I'll leave
absolutely
it to
amazing.
obliterate their iconic things. It's a
Yeah,
trend now at this point with Splash Mountain, Rivers of America, now the Grand Floridian and all their changes there. So it's just like, well, what's next? You're gonna get rid of the castle now while you're at it and change it. You have polka dots to it too while you're at it.
hmm Yeah, Kiss My Griff. Yes, it is. That's another reason
Yep.
why I'm PO'd about it. The gold bird cage, which
Yep.
was just
But it's a bigger footprint than the birdcage was. It's a much bigger
Mhm.
footprint than the birdcage was.
Yeah.
It juts out pretty far from what I could tell. I haven't been there yet, but it looks like it juts out pretty far. And the biggest problem is kids. Not that kids typically play, obviously, in the lobby, but there are kids in the lobby. And I just don't think it's a great idea to have a bar right there in an area where there are kids.
Wait, because there's also like in all the resorts usually there's like a little section for the kids to sit and watch the Disney
Yeah.
cartoons. Well, now they got Bluey on instead of Disney cartoons, where the kids can sit and watch it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
It's on the other side of the elevator there.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what their point is with that. Are they trying to push people out of that lobby? Are they trying to? I mean, like I've been trying to figure out in my head what the point of that particular location for a bar is, and it's weird to me.
It's to capture the foot traffic. If I put my tinfoil mini ears on, if I do, because I do that from time to time. It's almost like with the Polynesian gets foot traffic, but since they already destroyed the lobby, they can't put a bar in the lobby, so they just have to go to Trader Sam's Grotto or upstairs at the Tambu Lounge. Again, one of my favorite bars on property for years. Best drinks. They haven't started watering them down yet. Just saying. But it's the foot traffic. The Grand Floridian is like the Disney hotel. People go over there to check it out. Constant foot traffic in the lobby. That's why when I stayed there for, I think when I stayed there for Christmas in 2018, you couldn't even get in the lobby because so many people come to visit. So I think it's the foot traffic that they want to capture to get people to say, hey, come over here and get alcohol. Yes, people could go up to the second floor, but the Enchanted Rose is a little bit different. It's a little bit, upscale. Not many people are going to go onto the second floor if there's alcohol right there on the first floor. So that's probably
Well,
they're going.
Other than the people that want to drink more and more and more and try to not get caught being completely sloshed. I mean, there's giving them more locations to go to where, I got kicked out of this one, but maybe I could get away with it's not the easiest thing to do. Locations do communicate with each other. Hey, be on the lookout for such and such a person wearing this t-shirt or whatever. But sometimes that communication gets lost. And over the last several years, there have been so many incidents where Orange County or Osceola County police have had to remove guests from property for unruly behavior, specifically due to over drinking. And even back when I was a cast member, I saw it with my own eyes. It was like, what? It's just I don't know, like having it so much prevalent in the Magic Kingdom and close to the Magic Kingdom is kind of what bothers me.
Well, also we have to remember it's like they've gone from the model of it being a family destination with alcohol as the incidental to Disney adults. There's a difference between adults who love Disney and then there's Disney adults who seem to think that everything is supposed to be geared towards them. And that's why you have all these bars. That's why you had Cool Kid Summer. That used to be the default for Disney, but they bring it back this year to try to make things seem more family friendly. But no, that's like the model that they moved from. But they're going to have to course correct. But anyway, before I forget and we go too far off, Hurricane Erin becomes a Cat 5, will fuel dangerous surf and coastal flood risk from the Carolinas to New England. I always recommend the AccuWeather website, mainly because the creators of AccuWeather are academics from a college that I went to, Pennsylvania State University. Very, very reliable. They're not actors, like my meteorology professor said. They're not actors, they're actual meteorologists. So definitely have this app on your phone. You can also check the weather in Orlando as well. But Erin has evolved into a monstrous hurricane. Wow. Well, it dropped back to Category 4 this morning. So this is actually yesterday's, 2 days ago. So it's at a 4 now. And expected to take a path between the United States East Coast and Bermuda next week, bringing powerful seas and dangerous surf. There's also high winds. So one of the things that you have to remember about hurricanes that start to come in from the Caribbean, Florida, it can either do one of two things: either not really affect us, or it drops into a tropical storm and winds up affecting us for several days. Oh, I see your note, Ron. Yeah, please do go ahead. So when that happens, you can get flights that will be canceled. I'll talk about Philadelphia International. Flights will get canceled. Flights may get delayed. So keep that in mind. I highly suggest getting the first flight out. I know it sucks getting up early, but I've had to fly into Orlando when there's been a hurricane forecast, and the first flight out is usually the one that is not delayed and gets out. In addition, flights from Orlando International can get canceled or rescheduled. So it's probably not a bad idea for your date of departure if you've got a hotel reservation either at the Marriott in Orlando International or one of the hotels that are near the airport, or tack an extra night onto your reservation at Disney, just in case. Disney is completely safe with hurricanes. I've been there through like a Cat 4 hurricane. You're actually in the best place. The cast members, they have the Ride It Out cruise. That basically their job, and it's not mandatory. They do it. They get like hazard pay for it. Keep you very very, very safe. It's actually very comfortable being at one of the Disney hotels during a hurricane. There's all kinds of little things that they do, but most people do not pay attention to these storms, and then at the last minute have to decide if they're going to stay, if they're going to go. Extra nights that cost money that they didn't plan for within their budget. So you need to pay attention when these storms happen. So even if it's not a hurricane, and Tom and I remember from a couple of years ago the tropical storm, it came onshore, it went back out to sea, it came back inland, and there was nothing but rain for
That thing was confusing as hell.
days. It didn't know what to do.
Which
And
one was that?
It was at Disney drinking, day drinking. That's what it was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Which one
It
was
was a
that? Though?
drunken tourist. I forget which year. Was it 2015? All I know was KP, the local affiliate, and ABC affiliate, they kept saying, the tropical storm was like a drunken tourist, and it rained for like 5 days. At Disney, they tried to make it like a happy scenario, but no. That place was flooded because the water table here can't handle that much water. So you had water all over the Magic Kingdom. It was raining. It was just flipping miserable. It was miserable. And flight delays, flight cancellations. No, not a hurricane. It's a tropical storm. So just to keep in mind with what's going on, make sure you're tracking the weather, especially as it's hurricane season, and just make sure you have a plan. If your budget needs to adjust, make sure that you go ahead and adjust your budget, because I've seen people have issues with their budget when stuff like this happens. So make a plan. Make a plan. Speaking of somebody, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, when we went to the Mickey's Not So Scary in 2022, we literally went the day after a hurricane. We went on September 30th, and the hurricane had hit and gone through Orlando the 29th. And I was worried that it was going to get canceled, but man, they did a pretty super job that year, at least. This 3 years ago, of getting everything cleaned up and back open. And I'm like, wow, you wouldn't necessarily know the hurricane had ever occurred. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, they do a great cleanup job. Luckily, Aaron is supposed to turn north and bypass Florida, but we may get some rain and rough surf on the Atlantic coast. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like the rain, like the monsoon rain. It's not the afternoon rain and it's over. It rains all day.
Oh yeah.
So that can be a problem. Big problem. Or if you're staying at the resorts where you don't go outside, you just sit there and you watch the rain from your room. Hey, Dan's Life at the Kingdom. How you doing, my dear?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
We are doing great.
Awesome, guys. Good to hear that.
Yeah, glad
right.
to have you here. Glad to have
Appreciate
you
it.
here
Thank you,
on
guys.
the show. One thing I'll show before we get to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, just a local thing. Apparently, Spirit of Halloween has opened on International Drive, and it's got a Madison Scare Park experience.
Gosh.
I've never been here, so I'm gonna find it. This is the coolest Spirit of Halloween I've ever seen.
Is it that's the Spirit Halloween shop, the ones that take over everything that's closed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was really funny.
Star Cruiser, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. I don't know if it's this one or a different one, but I was riding the Skyliner the other day with a family from England, and they said the funniest thing to me. They said, "Yeah, no, right after this," because they were leaving the park, and I'm like, "So, is your plan to go back to the hotel or stay in Pop Century?" And they're going, "No, actually, we're going to Spirit Halloween because we don't have those in the UK." And I thought, so that is so interesting to me that now Spirit Halloween is a tourist destination for those from across the pond. So amazing.
Well, it's because
I'm not surprised.
It's because they don't have Halloween is not a thing. It's not a thing in the UK. It's not a thing in Australia. So yeah, I've run into so many friends from the UK, Australia, Ireland. They're over here we don't get to see this, over there, even though Halloween is like a Scott Irish thing that took root here in the States. But yeah, Halloween, completely fascinated with it. So I have got to find this Spirit of Halloween because I've never seen one like it. I mean, they'll have a couple of little, kitschy things that are there, but nothing like this. So
Oh,
I'm gonna have to find it.
wow. I
I
Oh
would
might
my
like
need to
to
gosh.
check
check
that
that
out
tour
too.
out too. That's kind of cool.
Can you buy this display, or is it just a display and they just keep it and then trash it once the season is over?
I think they just built it. They might trash it for the season, or they might just save it and maybe send it to another location. I don't
Yeah.
know. I've never seen a Spirit of Halloween like this, so that's a good question to ask when I
I've
visit.
always wondered because they always have like a walk-through display as you walk in the doors. And I've always wondered, what do they do with these things when the
Mhm.
season is over?
Yeah. Hey, Andy. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. It's like I walk into Michael's here in Orlando, and it's just like, oh,
Oh
it's cool,
gosh.
and all the fall stuff
Oh
is
yeah.
All right, so
around.
I'm double
Yeah, it's
checking. This is the specifically the International Drive location, right? Not the Darrell Carter Parkway.
No, not the Darrell Carter Parkway, not,
I'm
the
like, I
loop
gotta
in
go.
Kissimmee. It's not that one, but yeah, it's on International Drive. So
All right,
I'm
it's
like, I
not.
need to find exactly where, and if it's close to where the Disney store
It's
is on
it's
International
next
Drive.
to okay. It's on the corner of International and Austrian Row, so I think it's close to the wheel. The
Austrian Row.
let's see,
Oh, the
yes, it's
Icon
just
Park.
yeah, just down from Icon Park. So
Oh,
probably close to the ice bar.
that's perfect.
That area.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to check that out. It's gonna get so much darn foot traffic. This is freaking amazing.
dude, they came out. Home Depot, I guess, has a collab with Disney. I know Lowe's does, and now
Yeah.
Home Depot has gotten in
Hallmark
on it.
definitely does. Hallmark's got some really good
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
And they've got a Maleficent animatronic this year and a evil queen in the old witch disguise animatronic at Home Depot.
And they're
At
sold out.
Lowe's, they have the hitchhiking ghosts. And yeah,
Oh my
this
gosh.
year it's killing me this year with all the merch. It seems to get better every year, and Disney isn't any better. The one time
Yes.
of year they actually get things right is between Christmas and like Halloween. They actually come out with really good stuff.
They're getting better.
Lowe's. Yeah. Lowe's
I
and
mean,
Home Depot, man.
like it's like $300 for the Maleficent, and
Yeah,
that's like sold out.
they're oh yeah, I believe it. They're not cheap, and people will buy them because
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, to build something like that from scratch is complicated and expensive as it is.
It probably
So
runs better than Walt.
Mm-hmm.
it probably does.
It is insane how fast. It's not the matter of if the animatronic is available at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's if they have any left
Yeah,
because people will
exactly. The price
go,
doesn't matter.
no.
People will buy these things like it's nothing. Or you got your eBay flippers. People just buy them and flip them on eBay for like $1,000.
Yeah, but you want to be that yard for the season. And the people who
Mm.
usually
Oh, I
have
am
money,
that yard for the season. And
they
it's like,
have the
holy
money.
cow.
They're just like, shut up and take my money, go put it in
Mm,
my car, you know?
yeah.
Oh, well, we'll definitely keep you guys posted on this one. Ron, we're gonna have to drop in this one. Check it out.
It
Check it
looks
out.
like it moves, like it's on a track. You think it
Mhm.
moves?
I
Like it
don't
just kind
know
of
if it
moves forward?
I don't know if it moves.
I don't think it does.
It'd be cool
It
if it
Doesn't
probably
look
did.
like
stays
it.
there. I'm just looking at the nun right there on the left from the Conjuring. That's kind of freaking me out.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, the Conjuring.
I haven't seen any of it.
I like them because they're
Oh no,
more of
no
like
thanks,
a
not me. Mm-mm.
psychological jump scare
Mm,
type of thing. It's not
Nope.
if you like, it sounds horrible, but it's true. If you like horror movies like The Exorcist or
Nope.
some of the other movies like that. That's not about gore, but there is a
Yeah.
spiritual component. Like I will say that about The Conjuring, there's a very very strong spiritual component in
Yeah,
that.
it's based on a true story, and so
Yeah.
is The Exorcist. My mom read
Yeah.
the book, and
hmm
she was like, "You think the movie is scary?" She's like, "Try reading the book."
Wow.
The book
I was like, "Yeah,
is
no thanks."
the book is so scary. And I remember one time as a kid, I forget which church that I was at, but this one guy who was giving his testimony, he was just like, "Yeah, The Exorcist scared me so much I went and got saved." And I asked my mom, I said, "Can we watch The Exorcist? Can we watch it?" I mean, and then when I watched
Uh,
the movie like years later, I got it. I understood why. But yeah, that was crazy. It's like, get to the point. Well, he definitely got to the point with that.
Mm.
But
yeah, I don't watch stuff that gives me nightmares. Forget that. I
oh,
like my sleep.
I've
This
slept
is
with
my
horror
level
movies.
here. Mickey
I,
Mouse, not
yes,
scary, just fun and
Yeah.
cute.
yes,
My
yes.
sister's the same for not so scary. She can't handle horror movies.
No, it's like I love horror movies, certain horror movies. Like there is a level, and I think Dylan's in the chat. Like the Terrifier, I can't handle that. That's
Uh,
that's no, that's just not me.
Isn't that about a clown?
Yes, it's about
Yeah,
a
no, I don't do clowns. And you
yeah.
can thank the poltergeist, a little
Oh,
creepy
that
little
was
clown that goes
crazy.
under the bed. Oh gosh, I've hated clowns ever since.
oh man.
But
You can't watch
this,
Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Erica?
Ugh, shut up,
oh,
Tom.
that's a cult classic, man. Killer Class about that kind of space. Thanks for subscribing, Hartley Gaskin, and I saw Teresa in there as well. Yeah, but I'd rather
I
have
got a
a
question for Danny for Theme Park Casual.
What's that?
What's
Is your scariest movie Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard. Oh, that one. Yeah, I remember. I don't think I've ever seen it, but I saw like from. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I've only watched bits and pieces of that one.
Yeah,
It was
Killer Tomatoes.
horrible, actually.
wasn't there a cartoon version of that?
And I just derailed everything. Sorry, Lorena.
Yeah.
I like old horror movies, new ones not so much. No, I was looking at what Avarice Carmageddon says. Yeah, I'm going to watch Weapons. I'm really twisted. I can sleep through certain horror movies, except the Terrifier. No, that's
Yeah.
just not my thing. But yeah, I can appreciate the wide spectrum of them, because if you just kind of want that whimsical Halloween feeling, um Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is definitely going to be up your alley. Like Halloween Horror Nights, unless you've got a weird kid like me, because I was that weird kid, taking them to Halloween Horror Nights, because I have seen kids at Halloween Horror Nights. They're a little
Oh, yeah.
special. Okay, they're not,
Mhm.
they're not easily spooked, and they probably are the oldest child, like I was, so that's probably why. But this is more geared towards a family friendly experience. SeaWorld has a similar thing during the day. They've got Hollow Scream at night, and then they've got like a Sesame Street type of one for during the day for the family. So this is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It is a hard ticketed event. I've gone to it. I want to say three years in a row that I've gone to it, and it's kind of been an experience of diminishing returns for me. I made the decision this year to not go on vlogger night, because that's usually the
Oh,
first night of this
yeah.
event. All the freaking bloggers are out there, so I'm just like, I'll get there, but I'm not really in a rush to go. But someone who I know said they were going on the first night is Dan. So Dan,
Yes,
you want to give us your breakdown of how the first night went?
it went great. I had a good time. The parade was great. There's some little new features like who's Rapunzel's stepmom's name again?
Another Gothel.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
new. She was new on the villain float. She was gorgeous, and the trick or treat run. Well, one of my friends told me that it felt like there wasn't that many this year, and the crowd level
Hmm.
felt to me it wasn't that many. It didn't feel like overcrowded. The atmosphere is about the same, and
Mhm.
merch wise, it was crazy. I mean, I was at the party merch getting some stuff, but mostly just like pens and stuff like that. And they were limiting one pen per person, but then I was like, no, a lot of people were taking a bunch. But the merch was good, pens are good, and the tr- and the trick or treat run by where the meet and greet is in the Fantasyland.
Mhm.
You were able to see the Evil Queen and Maleficent at the same time while going for the run, the trail, the scroll, and it was very fun. But yeah, it was good. It was
Mhm.
great.
Was that over in the Princess
Yeah, it was
There's
there.
okay, because they did that last year
Yeah,
too, which was really cool. I did not expect to see Maleficent
yeah,
in the line.
yeah. I haven't seen much of it. I know that they added new pumpkins towards the Winnie the Pooh area and the circus storybook. Like
Mhm.
they had a
Yeah, I heard
Dumbo
about that.
reef. Yeah, I haven't seen that one
Wow.
yet. Yeah, they added some new features to that, and that's about it. Parade's about this. The parade is just as good as it is. It is Powerline Max, uh, Headless Horseman. It
Mhm.
was a fun day, and I posted on a short on my channel. Two people, a couple, dressed as Ellie and Carl, perfectly.
Oh, that would have been so cute.
Oh yeah, it's on my short. You guys can check it out. It was so beautiful to see. They were right on the money with their costumes, and he had his cane with the tennis balls.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's too funny.
I know.
I'm always amazed at the level of costuming
Yes.
that folks come out with, which is very nice to see, especially since you can only go but so far with cosplay in the parks, during the regular.
Absolutely.
Dan,
Yeah.
I have an interesting question for you. Okay,
What's up?
you've seen Starlight, right? The
Yes,
new
I have.
night. Okay, so how does the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween parade compare to the new Disney Starlight parade?
I say the
Hmm.
energy vibe is much more than dim light. I would say
So the Halloween parade is better. Is that what you're saying?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
The Halloween parade is one of the best parades that I've ever seen. I've seen the Christmas parade. I love that. That's like one of my absolute favorites to see is a Christmas parade that they have. But the Halloween parade is consistently every year fabulous. When I did a live stream last year, whenever I would live stream from the party, I'm like right there in front of the castle, so you can see like the parade that goes by, and it's amazing, the energy in the parade, um all the performances in the parade. Like this was let me go over here, let's go over this way. Weren't these guys used to be on their own float? These dancers here, they used to be on their own.
oh no, that's
No, no,
new.
no,
I
no, no,
think.
no, that's a little different. Okay, I
Yeah,
didn't see the ghost makeup. Okay, okay,
the
so
band is
like,
still there, and this one here, that seemed like it was new to me. I was like, okay, it's cool.
yeah, I hadn't seen that one
Was
before.
is Dr. Facilier still in the show? Not to
Yes,
great.
he's still
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Okay,
So
good.
is Oogie Boogie. I felt like a lot of villains were in this one,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them,
Yeah, I
and
do.
the this the Sanderson sisters are back as usual because I was
Okay.
curious if they're gonna like, and everything else. I mean, it was about pretty much the same as before. Always is. It never disappoints. It never gets old. I mean, this parade is always been entertaining.
Mm.
This parade, if anything, every time I see it every year, and so cool that Oogie Boogie is there this year because he's such a favorite. Is that this parade is paced perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
There's no dead space in this parade whatsoever. If there's dead space, it's probably because the float is taking a little longer to catch up to everyone, but no dead space whatsoever. You see the groups of
Mm-hmm.
characters, they're out, they're interacting with people in the crowd. The pre-show with like Max, and it's like a shot from 90s Disney Channel.
Yeah,
It's
go ahead. Sorry.
no, go ahead, my dear.
Yeah, the Powerline one. I felt like there was more performers this one than before. I don't know. I felt like it was a lot more with the Powerline mass performance. I felt that there was a
Mm-hmm.
lot more in this one.
Wow. Oh, that's the last float. Okay,
Yeah.
at the end. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I love this one. You have Maleficent up top, the Evil Queen. In
And Mother
back.
Gothel is on there too. Yeah.
Really? Did I miss her, or is she on the other side? She might be on the other side.
She's like in front of Maleficent.
Oh, okay. Okay. They probably didn't show it in this clip. They probably clipped it
Right.
out.
So
That's cool seeing her.
the very best part of this parade comes at the beginning, and it's not the headless horseman. It's the person right after the headless horseman who's cleaning up after the horse.
Yes.
Thank you for
Yeah.
bringing that up, because the cleanup crew behind the headless horseman, everybody claps for them. And I think if they're new, they don't get why people are clapping. But everybody's like astonished, and then they walk by, and everybody's like clapping and cheer for them. So it's so funny. It's so funny and so cool to see. At the same time, they're like, they have to clean up in case the horse decides when they gotta go, they gotta go.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, that's a fun part. I love the parade. I see someone here with a comment about the queues for the characters were so long, over an hour at most. I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, you have to make a plan, and Dan, I'd love your
Yes.
feedback on this. You cannot expect to do every single thing at this event. It's not going to work. You will hate life. You have to decide, do you want to ride attractions, or do you want to meet characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like for just to meet Winnie the Pooh, I mean, it's literally like easy a 40-minute wait. Like it wraps around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And as for Jack and Sally, since we all know that they updated Jack's the skeleton's head,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I immediately was like, "There's no way I'm gonna do that because that's gonna be like a 2-hour wait or so
Wow.
just to meet up with them." I mean, I'd like to see it, but I mean, you have to be committed to that. I mean, if you're gonna do that, you got to do it right at check-in, just to meet up with Jack and Sally,
Yeah.
which is at 4 p.m.
And yeah, that's exactly right. Because we went last year. Camera Girl and I went last year, and we were like, okay, we're gonna go see Jack and Sally. I'm like, do I have that short? Okay, I'll have to look for it another time. I thought I had it, but
Yeah, I saw somebody post that it
thought
was
we
a
did.
posted 130-minute wait for Jack and Sally, and they ended up waiting just over 3
Jeez.
hours.
And that's we waited, I
Dang.
think, 2 hours, but
Wow.
we got there around 4.
Yes.
And
Yep.
that's I found it. Okay.
I've never done that meet and greet because of the lines. We just ride the
Mhm.
rides, enjoy the candy.
Yes.
It's one of those things though where at Oogie Boogie they do you do like a pass by of the characters, so it's not a full blown
Yeah.
meet and greet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to those kind of characters, they have to do something like that because you're going to end up with people that are either angry that they have to wait so long, or going to just say, you know what, I'm going to have to miss out on it. When if you do a walk by, it's just about as good, you know, because you get
Yes.
close, you get a few seconds, they'll
Mhm.
interact with
Mhm.
some of the people, most of the people, and you could take a, you know, a quick selfie. It's not quite the same, but I think it serves the public better that way.
This
I agree.
one,
Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, Dan, I was going to add, with this particular meet and greet, again, we waited in a total, I want to say 2 hours in line. But when we got there, the way that they have it staged, it looks like you're actually walking through like the, through the tree, through the door, and you show up in Halloween Town. And then Jack comes out to get you, who he sounds a lot like Deadpool, honestly. He comes out and it's so cool how they do it. It is like an experience. So it's not like some of the others where you just get in line, kind of get the pictures, say hi to the characters and go on. This one's more like a curated experience, which is why it takes so long. There's no rush. You're not getting rushed through meeting the character. So this is what I took last year because we said, okay, we're finally going to do it. We had to do it because Camera Girl and I, years ago, we went to Halloween time at Disneyland and we met Jack and Sally at Disneyland. So we're like, okay, we have to do this again.
Oh wow.
This was so freaking cool.
But see,
That
if
is
they're going
so
to do something
cool.
like that with the lines, you know, how much people are paying, they should have it to where there's like, you know, 3 sets of Jack and Sally so that they can kind of, you know, go through the
Nah,
guests a little
I'd
bit
make two.
quicker. But I don't know.
You know,
What do I know?
I have an idea. If
Mm.
anybody from Disney is listening, that during HHN nights, they could do character dining specifically for the Halloween characters at Liberty Tree Tavern, which used to be a
True.
character dining experience.
Yep.
And you could charge, I mean, on those nights, you could charge double for the dinner because you'd be able to meet characters that are just going to
Yeah.
walk through that you normally wouldn't be able to meet. Um, and yeah, it would be an expensive upcharge, but it would be worth it for those people that want to sit down and meet dinner, and maybe Jack and Sally walk through, and maybe a few of the other unusual characters walk through, and maybe they don't. Maybe, it could be different characters that come through all night. Even it doesn't necessarily have to be the same ones, but that would be an interesting thing. Because as far as I know, they have no specific Halloween character dining, and you could do it for this.
No, you don't.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
don't, and they should.
They should. Like I remember when I was at Disneyland, I ate at Goofy's Kitchen, and then there's info that they do a holiday Goofy's Kitchen version, and it's like $10 more than a standard like character dining. It's like
Hmm.
$75 Halloween theme. And so I thought that was
Wow.
interesting that I want that they do that here.
I mean, if
Yeah.
they do like Knott's Berry Farm, they do a pre-Scary Farm buffet. So
Hmm.
you would even, with Ron's idea, do it before the event even starts. And yeah, you have a big upcharge, but hey, you're getting to start your evening early and you get to knock out a few of these characters so you don't have to wait in the big lines.
Oh yeah.
Right. But I think with the way that Disney is thinking, they know people will wait in line for I don't know how long for this experience, especially on the East Coast. Like for me, I put it off because it's like I already met Jack and Sally, at Halloween time. But this is like the only time they bring them out, and I swear it's like they want to completely monetize that experience. So it's like if you go, for people who don't know, and they go and you go to this party at 7 p.m. and let's say you got a family of 4 and you probably paid, let's see, what, 3, 6, probably $650 to start out with, do not get in this line at 7. You will not get out until 10.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that you get, that you get to do. It's just that is exactly how popular of a meet and greet that this thing is. And I think there is a lightning lane for this. I saw some people use a lightning lane to
Wow.
do the meet and greet with Jack and Sally, but I think they're just determined to keep this sucker behind a paywall because there's always demand for it, unfortunately. But I agree, they should have, especially the Fab Five characters, in like their Halloween outfits and everything. A character like even at Chef Mickey is like, why don't you, go ahead and do that? But this is one of their events where they've been constantly increasing how much it costs. More often than not, they will oversell this event, which I've seen that happen. There's been times where the Magic Kingdom, not a whole lot of people in it. The party pops off and the place is freaking slammed full of people. So yeah, if you're gonna go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, you need to keep that in mind. Make sure you have a plan. You cannot you cannot go and see Jack and Sally and think you're going to do all the rides and all
Yeah,
and
I
all of
know.
that. You know,
Yeah, I
it's
mean it's like three things. You're into rides, you're into meet and greets, or you're into the parades and fireworks. Those are three things you have to choose.
Yeah.
and
For
the
us,
stage
it's the
show.
rides, the trick or treating, the parade, and the show, and the
Yes.
fireworks. It's basically it. And that's all we really have time for when we go, anyways.
hmm That's why whenever I've streamed it live, you guys have seen me literally. I'm in front of the castle for like almost 3 hours,
Yeah.
and I don't move because there's a parade that comes through. Then, of course, there's the stage show that happens. Then there's the fireworks that happen after that. Then, of course, there's like the second performance of the parade, the second fireworks. But in between all that time, we're just basically going through the treat trails and everything. Which reminds me, before we go on to the Oogie Boogie Bash, I got to throw some shade at allears.net. I remember years ago, allears.net was pretty reputable. Deb was running it, and I guess she sold it. So now allears.net is on the level of Inside the Tragic with their clickbait. And I'm putting that mildly because it's just it's been insane. So for this, they said this year at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, guests can enjoy full-size candy bars. That is a lot. No more tiny treats, only generous full-size sweets. It's definitely a highlight for anyone looking to indulge in some spooky snacking. Okay, here's the real deal. And they actually admit to it as much in their article that's on their site. You can go ahead and see it. You always get this full size bag of M&Ms. I know because I don't like them. So the caramel ones,
I'll
they
take
give
'em.
you they give you a bit. I'll give it to
Oh,
you next time. They give you a full size one as soon as you walk in. And oh, Dan, you got it. Hang on. Let me blow you up here so
Um,
you folks can see what it is.
oh, like I can't get that at the Target checkout for like,
It,
under
caramel,
$2.
and I got some other stuff. I got 3 bags.
oh, see,
One's a full bag.
Dan's
One's a
like me. We're just like, get all the candy, all
I
the
know.
candy. They have to kick us out the bar. It's
Yeah.
like we want all the darn candy.
Yeah, they had a new treat stroll right next to Carousel Progress. Not inside, but just outside. And there was a time there's 2 barrels of candy, and when the boss is not there, you can go from one barrel to one another. And then when he shows up, he's like 1 barrel, that's it, and then you have to go back and do it again. And that's like a go-to one. It's like a short line, and you keep going back and forth and get a bunch of candy from there.
Mm-hmm. That's a good tip because I don't think
Yeah,
I did that last time. I think I just went back through the circuit like again to get candy and all
yeah.
that. Oh, by the way, when you see the cast members, ask them what their bat's name is.
Oh gosh, that's a
Yes.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that is a
Didn't-
thing.
Oh,
That is
I didn't know
that is a
that. That's something
thing.
new.
That's a
I've never
thing.
heard.
This one cast member,
Oh,
she named her
geez.
bat Chupacabra.
Really?
It's really,
I just would have named mine Batty.
real.
Goat sucking bat. Okay.
It's such a fun thing to do because most people are like, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Happy Halloween! Take the candy whatsoever." But no, do that. It's really fun. Most of them have a bat's name.
That's
One said
funny.
their bat's name was no name because they couldn't figure out what to name it. But that's a thing. So that's a fun thing to do with the cast member. But like back to this, when you enter the party, they give you the bag, the bag to keep stuff in, candy in. Well, that's like an amateur bag. Usually I have like a Ziploc bag, other stuff,
Mhm.
because I plan on leaving with a crap load of candy when I go. After this, all the candy is fun size. Ooh, that looks like a nice bag, Casual.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
All of it.
I always take a big bag.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I want my $200 worth of this, please.
That is the plan. Camera girl knows that is the plan. The plan is we plan to leave with enough candy equivalent to how much we spent on tickets, like to
The
get.
last time me and
Jeez, they
Linda
just
went
pass that
to
out for
this,
Halloween.
the last time me and Linda went to this, I wound up leaving my soul there on my boots.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's the only full size candy that you get. Everything else is the small, fun size candy. So the thing that pisses me off about this is that you will get people who will read articles like this or posts like this and think, oh, it's more of a value this year. We're going to get full size candy. No, no, no. You're not getting full size Starburst. You're not getting full size Twix. You're not getting full size, Skittles. Because, man, if I was getting full size Skittles,
Oh man.
You
I
know,
mean,
interestingly enough, and it's certainly not any time lately, but I think it was when SeaWorld was having their challenges. What was it, 2016 or 2017? I can't remember, but there was one of those years, SeaWorld at their spooktacular trick or treat stroll. They were actually giving out full size chocolate candy bars. It was highly unusual because
You're right,
usually
Ron. I remember
you
that.
yeah, you usually get
Wow.
really crappy candy at
Yeah.
SeaWorld. And they've even done away with most of the chocolate stuff. I don't think you get M&Ms or anything like that anymore. A lot of gummy worm, gummy bear type
Now I
stuff.
want candy. Jeez.
But yeah, so lately SeaWorld's trick or treating has not been as good, but it is part of the regular admission. It is it's different than this. So that's an interesting thing about SeaWorld. It's not the level of candy that Disney uses by any means, because Disney is sponsored by M&M Mars, and so they got a lot of good stuff.
yeah.
oh yeah.
But but SeaWorld, you go during the daytime with your kitties, and it's fun. That their trick or treat stroll is really fun, and again, it is just part of the regular admission price. So whereas they have like a Halloween, what is their Tom? What's their Halloween Horror Nights thing called, or Lorena?
That's a Howler Scream.
Howl-O-Scream. So they have a
Yeah.
Howl-O-Scream. That's haunted houses and stuff, and
Mhm.
it's less than Halloween Horror Nights, and significantly less than H8 Disney Not So Scary. But I'm telling you, Orlando, it's not just this event. Orlando is like king of Halloween from August 15th on. There's so many events.
It is like I've always said that Christmas in LA, that's pretty much what Halloween is. How crazy it is there. And it's like for Orlando, there's so much stuff that's popping off for Halloween that there's so many events going on that it's absolutely nuts. Let's see. Going Shogi, thank you so very much, my dear, for that $5 super chat. Let me hit you up here. Thank you for that $5 super chat, my dear. Does everything I got at Oogie Boogie Bash last year expired within 5 months?
Oh no.
They're getting a massive discount purchasing close to expiration goods. You know what? That's time for a good segue into the Oogie Boogie Bash. So, Theme Park Casual, you want to let us know, one, what the Oogie Boogie Bash is and your experience this year with it.
Oogie Boogie Bash is Disneyland's version of the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It's over in Disney California Adventure, hard ticket event, and it is just about sold out this year. There are 2 dates left, both of them in August. Everything else is sold out, so that tells you how popular it still is. However, I've known several live streamer friends that are saying that there's not enough new at Oogie Boogie Bash for them to want to get a ticket this year. So,
Wow.
yeah, the only thing that I can see that they've changed is swapped out a couple of the villains. One of them was a fan favorite, Sid from Toy Story, is swapped out, and you'll be experiencing Syndrome from The Incredibles.
I saw
instead this
that.
They
year.
got rid of Sid for Syndrome?
What?
Yeah.
That
Hang
explains
on,
it.
let me see. I don't. Okay, it's like make that.
People were kind of slamming the costume, but
I can see why.
Yeah,
so
I this is so they give
Does
us
the S stand for stupid looking?
Syndrome.
yeah, I don't.
Jeez.
It's a little rough.
Horrible.
It's like
Yeah,
Marge Simpson.
it's
Looks like he's wearing a diaper.
When did we
True.
ever get a Syndrome merch ever at Disney?
not that I can remember,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
know
and
people.
nothing against the actor. The actor
No.
is
Mhm.
doing his best, but it's costuming and whatnot that makes it look less than
Adverse Carmageddon. Timu Syndrome.
yeah. Yeah, everybody was slamming it online, and like I said, it's rough when Disney
Oh man.
can't seem to compete against the upper level cosplayers.
Yes.
So that's where you kind of start wondering what's going on with that. But Oogie Boogie Bash for me,
Mhm.
I enjoy it, but the only reason I enjoy it is because I'm going by myself, so it only costs the one ticket.
Yeah.
If I was going with a
Ah.
family, I don't know
Mhm.
if it would be anywhere near as worth it, because at 150 plus a ticket, starting at 139, but there's only a few
Dang.
dates with that, and yeah, at 150 plus a ticket, for a family of 4, that's what, $600 just to get in the door. You're
Mhm.
not going to get $600 worth of candy. You're going to be rushing around, and if you guys have ever gone with a family, it's as soon as you get done with one thing, you're trying to figure out where's the next thing, and taking time to getting it. People want to see different things.
Right.
It just I don't know how people do it. But
Yeah, I don't either, considering how much it
yeah,
how
it's
much it is.
crazy expensive. Now here's the catch with that. I think Oogie Boogie Bash has the best Halloween offering that I have gone to. I haven't gone to HHN. I'm
Mhm.
not into the big gore kind of thing, and that seems to be where HHN lands most of the time. I've been to Scary Farm. I've seen some other stuff, just smaller level haunts. But Villains Grove at Oogie Boogie Bash is by far the coolest Halloween experience there is. And it's because it's all mood. It's done so well that it lets It plays on your own imagination. I love how, they give you all these impressions of the villains, and the mood that villain has, and projects through their character, and it just walks you through this, and then ends on such a weirdly high note that the first time I went through it, I had seen it on streams and video dozens of times, thought it looked cool, and then the first time I went on it, I was absolutely stunned when I got out of there. It was by far the greatest thing that Disney has done in the last few years. And that's part of what is frustrating for a lot of us with Oogie Boogie Bash, is that they haven't tried to replicate that anywhere. They haven't tried to create, a second Villains Grove type of experience. And to me, that would be where Disney could suddenly, take over and pull people back away from all the other, maze-based Halloween offerings, and do something that's really, really cool without it being, heavy into the gore and, constant jump scares. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to do anything at the Not So Scary over in Florida, because Villains Grove is absolutely insane, top-notch, upper echelon, classic Disney quality for me.
Yeah, because I remember watching your stream when you were going through Villains Grove, and I'm like, how come we don't have this? We don't have this here.
Yeah.
Like they could even put it over there. I want to say probably Liberty Square as well, but there's like a area back there where they could maybe do like a smaller version of it. But it looks so amazing. I can't. You're gonna have to go to Casual's channel and see it. But it is absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
Looking
Like
at
I said,
so
it's the coolest thing that I've ever dealt with Halloween, because it's done so. It's like I said, for me, it's classic Imagineering. It's where they said, you know what, we're not going to play the story out for you. We're going to let you kind of wander around in the environment and create your own story. We're going to let you decide how this feels, how this goes, what's happening really. We're going to just give you some impressions of things and let you kind of take it from there. And I love it. I'm a designer though, so I kind of look at things differently with that aspect. Some people prefer, having the story, be pretty blatant and, tell me exactly what's going on. I don't want to have to sit here and think and, try to come up with stuff. But for me, it's pitch perfect.
Yeah, I like new cool experiences that are like that. It's almost like how I would say, instead of playing the main story in a game, you kind of go side question. That's pretty much what Villains Grove looked like, because you're just
Yeah,
going off on your
and it goes
own.
from villain to villain to villain. You've got what, 7 or 8 villain sections.
So
Yeah, it is just really, really good.
well, Go and Shogi, thank you so much again. This time for a $10 super chat. I sure do appreciate that. Let's see. Let's hit you with this one.
I know you want the goodies. Welcome to the goodie room.
Yes. I love Tropic Thunder. It says, pro tip: if you want to experience the best of Boogie Bash, just grab a coffee and sit on Downtown Disney to watch the fan-made costumes go by. The guest costumes are the best part of the whole event. Yes, when I went for Halloween time, like years ago, I think this is when they just had the Tinkerbell, all the fairies experience. That's why we were going, because Camera Girl wanted to see that. In addition, the costumes were freaking next level. It was like going to Comic-Con with like how the costumes were. There was this one family that was like a goth family, and they were like all in like black, black tuxedo, the makeup they had on, or they had like that ashen gray, like dead look. They even had the baby in a stroller, and the baby had like a black rose and it was holding it. this, I was just like, I can't freaking believe this. I mean, I should, because Halloween in LA was one of the craziest things that I've ever experienced, especially if you live down the street. I live down the street from a couple of visual effects guys, so their yards were insane looking. So
Yeah.
the guest costumes are awesome.
One year there was a couple, they were Belle and Beast, but it was a mashup of Beauty and the Beast and Star Wars. So they were Belle and Beast, but in X-Wing pilot outfits. And they were like, they had the colors and everything, and you knew exactly who they were, but they were X-Wing pilots. It was, and that's how good the fans get with it. And Go Shogi's right. You could just, grab a drink and sit and just people watch for a while, and you will enjoy your time there just watching because the families do it all. They'll do group costumes and things like that. A bunch of friends will get together and be all of the characters from Inside Out, and they do a great job. And some of them, look amazing. Some of them look silly, fun, and they're just having a great time. But that's part of what Oogie Boogie Bash is. It feels like just a giant Halloween party that is safe enough to bring the whole family. So it still has a good vibe about it. The overall atmosphere is really good, and the parade is one of the better parades that Disney has done.
I agree. Last year, I saw a whole family. They were basically the healer family from Bluey. I saw so many families that they were, the whole healer family from Bluey. It was so darn cool. It's so simple, but so cute, and people picked up on it, right away. Well, let's go from, what? I know there was something that Ron wanted to bring up, and I'll bring this up to go back to Disney real quick. So what are we looking at here, Ron?
That one is at Animal Kingdom. That dirt mound that you see behind the wall, that was Dino Land. Actually, that big mound of dirt is right where Gertie was, I believe. And
boy.
Oh, I can't.
So yeah, it's and I took this. This is actually a screenshot of a video I took of this. It is a really, really long construction wall. The picture on it is what the Tropical Americas is supposed to be, I believe, or supposed to become. I actually kind of looking forward to the Tropical Americas, because I wish they wouldn't have had to replace Dino Land to do it, but I also believe Central and South America, especially South America, representation for that is long overdue in the park. However, this being at the front of the park, I'm worried that they won't have any type of animal displays there, because all of the animals are housed on the backside of the park. So that could be a challenge. I don't know if they're going to do it at all. But the biggest thing, my biggest disappointment personally, is that the Boneyard is going away, and the Boneyard is by far the best kids play area at Disney, and probably one of the best kids play areas I've ever seen anywhere. I think there's 7 or 9 slides in there, a whole bunch of different slides, and it's really cool. And then there's a whole section where you go over a bridge and the kids can dig for dinosaur bones, and it's a really creative play area that I wish they would have figured out a way to incorporate with just South American theme, and kept it. But I believe where the Boneyard sits right now is where their carousel is going to go, from what I can tell in the concept art. So we shall see. It's going to be like this for several more years. This is just one of the walls up now, that the place that I called Walled Disney World. It's because there's walls here, and there's lots of walls around the rivers of America, and Hollywood Studios has walls too, and
yeah, they do. The walls everywhere. Walls everywhere. I like that meme with Buzz Lightyear saying walls everywhere. I am looking forward to Tropical Americas. I know one of the things that I said that that would make it work in tropical Americas, especially within Kanto. I said that since Antonio's gift is to be able to speak to animals, if they
Yep.
build an attraction around that, that would work perfectly, which is what they're going to be putting in here. There's going to be a dark ride where basically you follow Antonio. So I'm like, okay, that's going to work. Because I said for me personally, it's like when I go to Animal Kingdom, it's like, yes, they've got the Africa section. Yes, they've got the India section. But a section like this is more in line with my ancestry. So very much looking forward to seeing what they do with this, the carvings that they're going to put in. It will be interesting, but again, they have to feed into that theme of conservation. Just like Joe Rody has said. So I know they've got Joe Rody on as a quote unquote consultant for this. So whether they'll listen to him or not, who the heck knows? But if there's no conservation message, the sucker is not gonna align. But we'll have our eye on it to see what happens. Dino Land USA was just so much fun. I'm not looking forward to them putting Indiana Jones where Dinosaur is, because Indiana Jones was like perfect to be on the West Coast, to make it distinct from the East Coast. Awesome ride. I don't see why they had to get rid of it. As for the play areas, I will say, whoever worked on the play areas for the Boneyard is probably the same people who have Shrek's play area over in DreamWorks Land at the studios and Isle of Berk over in Epic Universe. Because if you see both of those play areas, they are huge. And there's so much stuff that is going on. So
yeah, those are amazing. And it's it's one of those things. Again, Disney catering more, at least seemingly, to Disney adults than families with children. That's what it at least it feels like. It's going to be interesting to see, though. I mean, honestly, the part that is walled off, they took out the what was that coaster called? The rotating W something.
Primeval Whirl.
Yes,
Primeval Whirl, yeah. So Primeval Whirl has been gone for years, and without that there, it kind of was like an odd feeling when you went back to the area, and then they've got this sort of a carnival, and you're like, what? It really. It was hard to wrap your head around what the theme was supposed to be. It's like, why are there dinosaurs, but there's also a carnival, and you could get it, understand it, but it wasn't like, it didn't feel like you were really immersed into a land of dinosaurs necessarily. And so hopefully this will bring the whole theme of that area into like a cohesive set. I'm really gonna miss the biggest thing that I'm gonna miss in the area is the shop, the merchandise shop. It was so 90s, right? With the retro the theming, and I loved it. And also the Restaurantosaurus, the theming inside that place was just outstanding.
What was it? Chester and Hester's.
Hester.
It's like they did a riff off of South of the Border. And if you go in there, just oh my gosh, just how intricate it was with things that were in there. It was one of the most fun cheesy. What was supposed to be cheesy, in a way, but it was one of my favorite gift shops. Just so original and fun. Are they going to have animals in the land, Sarah Rust? I would hope so. I would hope that you are going to see animals from tropical Americas. I would say animals from the Caribbean all the way down to South America.
The Indiana Jones ride will be filled with real snakes. They would just he'll be like, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, really? Kiss my grits? There will be no tropical wildlife animal exhibits in tropical. Again, it doesn't line up with the concept of conservation. India, they've got the Maharaja Jungle Trek over there to emphasize conservation of the animals. The tigers are so cute. They switched out there's a younger female tiger. I think that's over there. That's over there now. Um, the Pangani Forest Trail. You go through there and you can see like all the birds and fish. There's like the hippo. If you're lucky, the hippo is sleeping, so you can kind of see it underwater and all that from the tank. You can go over and you can see the primate family. That's there, and sometimes see like the baby gorillas that are there over there. Which for me, I love seeing the primate exhibit, because when I was a kid, the Philadelphia Zoo at one time, before they had that fire, I mean, they rebuilt now, but had like the oldest primate exhibit in the country. And you could go there and see all of that and learn all about the animals and everything. And again, the theme of conservation. So what that tells me is you want to throw this in here without the link to conservation, which is what the park is supposed to be about.
Now, there was always one real animal in that area. I don't know if it's there at this very moment, but the American alligator, the big giant, that thing, that's always been there. So I feel like, there could be something that they may be able to do in that area, but it won't be like what's in the backside of the park, because unless they were to build something where they could keep the animals adjacent to the parking lot, because that's where it would have to be, it would be very difficult to have at least a whole lot of displays. So I don't think it'll have like a Maharaja Jungle Trek thing anyway, but the one that is there could stay there.
Petting zoo? We'll have an alpaca petting zoo.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and you just have the toucans that are around there. You can have you can have those little geckos, lick their eyeball, and so you can go and see those. But
they will be trying to sell you insurance too. They're the geckos.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Well, to switch on over to Universal, and over 172 of you watching between so many avenues here, between Facebook, between YouTube, between X. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please do make sure you thumbs this up on YouTube, wherever stream you're watching it on YouTube. Heart this over on X, heart it over on Facebook. Sure would appreciate it. So, Universal Orlando pass holder nights. This is an event that it was suspended because of COVID for a couple of years. And after I moved back here in 2021, they started it back up again. They had it over at Islands of Adventure. So basically what it is, like it says, annual pass holders, they basically give them a night in the park for several hours. The event starts at 7, goes on to 11, and it's basically just to say thank you to the pass holders with lower waits for attractions, special things they have that they have going on. This year when I went, first of all, they announced when the date was going to be when you could make reservations, but they were very slow in sending the email out, so some folks did not even get a chance to register for this event. I barely remembered, which is why I couldn't go on the 16th. There was nothing available, so I got something for the 15th. But they had it over at the studios this year, which was actually a lot better. And it is basically an all night, well, not all night, but like a whole party that they have going on. There's photo ops. They had shots of zero sugar orange Coca-Cola that were out, so you could try that. Again,
that stuff's good.
Yeah, it was really good. I was surprised when I tried it last night. I thought it was full sugar, and it wasn't. So they just had, they fill them out, put these little glasses up there, so you could go and check it out, try those out. Everything was literally a walk on for the attractions, and I mean everything. So That was cool. The walk-ons that they had, the music that they had going on, the merchandise that they had as well. And I put that out on X because I got the Burning Blade Tavern pin. Got that. Got a new pass holder magnet that was over, I think, in Jimmy Fallon's store. But
Which
when
one
you
did
first
you get? The magnet, because the magnet I got on the other side was just like the regular mixed one. What did they give you?
that was a regular mixed one
Okay,
that I got in the Jimmy
because I
Fallon
seen a
store.
thing today where they have the a different face. It's like it's supposed to be like Bride of Frankenstein for the magnet.
I think that's Hollywood's. Or they haven't released it yet. If it's if the
Okay,
Halloween magnet, they haven't released that yet. I do know that. But when you walk into the event, I got the pin with Frank the Pug. And speaking of Frank the Pug dog, I'm gonna put this out here. Because we were walking by, and I'm like, oh, there's the Men in Black, but they've been out here before. Why is the line so long? It's because of Frank. Literally, Frank the Pug. They had the trainer like there, with him, to give him snacks and everything. And that's why people were lined up. They wanted to get pictures with the dog.
Is that a real dog?
Yes.
yeah.
Wow.
I am so jelly because I missed. I'm more aggravated about that.
It was the
Yes.
same thing at Fan Fest over here in Hollywood. Everybody wanted to take a picture with Einstein from Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
No one cared about the people. They
Yep.
just cared about Frank the Pug. And the trainer is off screen. You can't see it. It's like back, I want to say back to the left. So they're always there. But dog's like, I'm not going anywhere, anytime soon. And when we saw it, I'm like staring at it. And one of the team members said, if you want to get a picture, you can go get in the line, which was really long. I mean, because in the video, for channel members, when you see it, and I'm like, why is there this long line outside of Men in Black? I'm like, what are they giving away? Well, this was it. You could go and you can get the photo op with Frank the Pug from Men in Black. And also the team member let me know, if you go to Animal Actors, there's some more that you can go and take pictures with. So you're probably like, well, who exactly was that? Well, let's see. That looked like the pig from Babe Pig in the City. There's the pig right there. The trainer to the left, and then here's the other dog. I think it's bigger than Max, so I don't know exactly which dog this is,
That's
but
big.
I think all the way back here from one of the movies, one of the pigs that were there. So they had the pig there because I was like, is that a pig? They've got a pig out there, So yeah, Babe the pig, and then you had Max here, and here's a trainer right here in black, and the dog was just so chill. You could you take pictures, pet him, stuff like that, and every once in a while, the trainer would have the clicker there, give him like a treat, whatever. So this was such a different experience. That was just so cool. And the lines were really long for these. They weren't really long to meet the characters. Like they had the Simpsons that were out there. They always do. The lines for them was pretty short, but the lines to meet the animals, the animal actors, they were pretty long, which was really cool. So this was fun and exciting to do. You also I got this, there was a team member just passing them out on the way out of the park. So I got this magnet here. I got so much swag as a pass holder between the pins, the pin that you got when you got into the event that had Frank the Pug from Men in Black that was on it. I think I had two pins and two magnets in addition to that. Plus you could buy merchandise that they had out there for for pass holder night as well. I missed Trevor and Phoebe, so I didn't get to see them. So they were out there as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they had Trevor and Phoebe. I missed them. So if you're going tonight, just ask team members where they're going to be. So I didn't get to see. They are in the mega movie parade. I do know that, but
Yes.
I didn't know that there was a meet and greet for them. So I wonder if there's one for the OG Ghostbusters. That's a good question.
Hmm. We'll see.
Maybe they're out. Maybe they're out tonight. I'll have to check it out. But I thought this was cool. So they had the car hops out in front of Mel's drive-in. I was about to say die-in, but yeah, it's a die-in during Halloween Horror Nights. So some folks are like, maybe they're going to be skater zombies because they're playing up again the Mel's die-in event. One of the most popular pass holder T-shirts has to be, and I have it, the Mel's die-in T-shirt that glows in the dark. Yeah, they've got more Mel's die-in merchandise. So this is really cool to check out. Hitchhiking Bone says we went to Epic Universe for our second visit. We really enjoy that park.
Absolutely.
Yeah, several of us have been. I think Dan's been more times out of all of us.
I think Dan's got us beat.
Yeah, he's the real fortunate one. He got to
6
go
is good enough for me.
a lot. But yeah, I think the first day it opened to pass holders, Ron and I were there and Dan were there, and we were talking about how it was going to Super Nintendo World. And you exit Peach's castle. Man, I had literal tears. It is such a cool experience. Although maybe not now because it's like Super Mario 3 and the sun's trying to kill you.
Oh, it's hot.
Realistic.
I was there
It's
in
like
June.
you're in the
It
game.
was-
Oh, I'm sorry, Dan?
Oh, it was hot that day. June 30th when I went. It was hot. And crowded too.
That was the reason why initially we were going to go for July the 4th. But it was like, man, it's going to be hot. I don't know what. Let's go earlier. You know, it'll still have that new theme park smell going on for Paso because it was like, wow, is this what a new theme park is? You know, it's
Smells
supposed
like.
to, yeah, so it smell like and look like, and you know, and all of that. So it was great. It was fabulous. Not as although I say not as crowded, but Super Nintendo World was jammed.
Oh yeah.
You know, they've got their separate line to buy your power up bands before you get into Super Nintendo World, so you can buy it, get it out the way, and go on in. Yeah, they do need more. They do need more shade.
Yeah, I mean the trees are pretty new, so it probably take give it a decade or so, and they'll be getting.
It won't even take that long. 3 years.
Oh,
3 years. They'll have a lot of growth in 3 years. Shaded growth. But you know, the other thing is that as the engineers look around in Epic Universe, they might be able to find places where in theme they could put shade without, you know, like what's that one area in Epcot? There's like a play area that's got like just shades over it. They can do that kind of thing in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember what that is.
when you're walking in Epcot on the side by
is it like you're going past
by Imagination, and then you
Right.
walk that side, there's like a little kids play area there right now that sits between two kiosks that are not in use at the moment, and they've got like this.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah. I know what you're talking
It's
about.
like playground shade. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what I'm not an engineer, so I don't know what to call those things, but they're like posts, and then there's giant shades.
Heart.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, they just threw it up there. They put some tarp
Yeah.
up
Your
there,
blue
and it's
tarps, Ron, just like on
yeah,
your roof.
Mission
it's
Space got a play area inside the gift shop. Yeah, that's one.
oh, Spaceship Earth. The
Yeah.
oh
No,
my
no, sorry,
gosh.
Mission Space. Mission Space. Excuse me.
Yes, Mission
Yeah,
Space
Mission
has
Space.
one. You can go in. So there's that one. There's also the one. Yeah, you're right. There's also one in Spaceship Earth when you go out and you
Yeah,
exit, and
Yeah.
there's all of those really cool entertainment
and
stations that are
and
there.
also a bar. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
look up. There's a
Or Disney.
Yeah, you can't. You, you, you know the funny thing about Geo82 is it's specifically designed where you cannot even look at it unless you have a reservation, and there's no
yeah.
point in a reservation unless you're going to buy something. So they don't want
It's,
anybody in there who's not spending money.
nope. Forget you poor people. You stay out.
yeah. I'm sure none of us had been up there yet. I haven't even been up there.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a difficult thing to get a reservation to. Like I was there the other day, and I'm like, oh, there's a 2:45 p.m. reservation available. But I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't want to make the reservation. Like, I just want to go see
I
it.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Speaking of
I don't-
reservations, Beacon Barrel,
Oh my
okay, that
gosh.
did not happen. The site crashed.
Yes.
And I believe the reason that the site crashed is because, let's see, the reservation system is older than dirt when it comes to when it comes to restaurant reservations. It is, and the reason why is remember you used to have to call to make a dining reservation. Okay, that system, again, older than dirt. They had to make a whole new UI front end to make that work. So you can actually access it via the web, and you don't want to know how much that's been outsourced. So yeah, it crashed, and it crashed hard. So they don't know when the date is going to be for you to be able to make reservations at Beacon Barrel, but
Oh no.
there is no excuse why the
Today,
addition of a restaurant would make it crash and burn, but that's
Jack
called
Jack
technical debt.
Jack Sparrow was out front going, "Today will be the day that you will always remember. That's the day that you almost got a reservation to Beacon Barrel, but you were
Oh man.
denied."
It was a mess, but yeah, before we go out here, I know Sam Wolf posted this. She says, "My kind of Halloween decor." Yeah,
Oh wow.
and it's gonna sell out.
Easy.
It's gonna
So
sell
easy.
out.
Is that Sam's Club or Costco?
Looks like
Is it
Costco.
Costco?
Looks
Doesn't
like
really
Costco.
matter. They both have amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Costco or
Yeah.
Eric is
Sam's
secretly
Club.
typing in the browser. Where do I find this now?
Or BJ's.
Yeah,
My,
BJ.
my,
Oh,
my,
BJ's got good stuff.
my club is always BJ's because it's close.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I haven't been there yet. I should
I
probably
am my
still get
Halloween decoration.
BJ's.
That's
We
what my
can
Mine-
sister
join.
goes is BJ's. That's her pick.
I have to go uncrate all my all my Halloween decorations and everything. But folks, it has been an amazing show. So thank you guys so much for hanging out here. We sure do appreciate it. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned some stuff. A huge shout out to all of my members who joined the panel, especially Theme Park Casual, especially Dance Life of the Kingdom, who came in clutch. So good having you here, my dear. I will have links to everyone's channels who were on the panel during the show today. So please do go over and subscribe to their channels. You guys are awesome. Next week, more theme park news, so you do not want to miss it. We always got stuff that's going on with respect to the theme parks. So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching this, and we will see you all next time. Bye.